I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mind Voltage. Pardon the dark screen. My camera's on the blink, but we can talk. We're going to continue now with our narration of L.W. deLaurance's The Master Key. We are in Unit 3, Chapter 20, Lesson 18, Thought Control. This is the third video, as I recall, in the Thought Control lesson, Lesson 18, Thought Control. We're going to continue with the part played by imagination. Before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please take a moment to do so right now. At the same time, activate the notification bell feature to be apprised of our new uploads here at Mind Voltage. Please remember to like and share this video. And please take note of the donation by PayPal information in the description area just below your media player window. In the last section, mental attitude, we ended with, if you wish to succeed in anything, remember that no effort is ever lost. Every act, every attempt is registered in the neural paths of the brain, and each successive act or attempt will deepen and broaden these paths, giving greater facility each time. You may not be able to see this for a time any more than a musician can tell the finer gradations of tone which no human ear can detect, but if you persevere, you will find that facility will come. Now, the part played by imagination. A butcher, while hanging up a heavy piece of meat, slipped, and the hook pierced his arm. He was in terrible agony and could barely suffer himself to be touched. Yet when the arm was examined, it was found uninjured, the hook having only pierced his coat sleeve. Such is the power of imagination. Such is the power of thought. Every student of thought control should understand the part played by imagination. Once he recognizes this, he will be on his guard and will test his experiences in the light of this knowledge. Cases are on record where men present at the exhumation of a body have become seriously ill as soon as the coffin was exposed. They had felt the odor of decomposition. Yet when the coffin has been opened, it has been found empty, or perhaps filled with stones, soil, etc. Men have been bitten by dogs, which everyone declared to be mad, and have afterwards died with all the symptoms of hydrophobia. Yet afterwards, when the dogs have been examined, they've been found free from any trace of rabies. The writer need not multiply examples. You will doubtless bring to memory many such cases yourself. You will remember how you have awakened in the middle of the night. Your bedroom door has been left ajar, and now you see it open gradually until your hair stands on end with fright. Now, in such cases, if you will only remember that imagination tricks all of us, you will at once assume a critical attitude. Has the door really opened further? You watch closely, and as the critical attitude grows, your fears grow less, and finally you get up and examine the door to find that it is not altered its position 1 inch. The following illustrates the critical attitude. One night, a young lady was awakened by a mysterious tapping at her bedroom window. She looked in the dim light towards the window and distinctly saw outlined a ladder placed against the stonework at the top of the window. Instantly, she thought of burglars. She could hear them with their instruments, attempting to raise the window. A minute or two elapsed, and no burglar appeared, and then she adopted the critical attitude. The result was this. The ladder was the tapes of the Venetian blinds, which had been left partially open. The tapping was a creeper growing on the outside of the house, which the wind every now and then had dashed against the window. Now, if you will remember in all such cases to adopt a critical attitude, you will find that your fears will grow less, and then you will control your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. Next subsection, confusion of thought. A young man bought two eggs with the intention of giving them to his landlady to boil for his supper. Arrived at his lodgings, he threw the bag containing the eggs onto the table with a disastrous result to the eggs. You have here an illustration of thought confusion through two thoughts being uppermost in consciousness. The young man intended to take the eggs out of the bag and then throw the bag away. The throwing was the stronger idea, or the impulse, and the eggs suffered in consequence. Common illustrations of the same confusion of thought are, first, that of looking at your watch and not being able to give the time. Second, the man who puts his watch in the pan and holds the eggs in his hand. Third, asking a question and not knowing what you have asked. Fourth, locking a door and not knowing afterwards whether you've really locked it. Studious people, business people, anyone who thinks deeply is liable to make mistakes like these above. The tendency can be cured to a great extent by cultivating awareness when doing anything. To this end, you must pay attention to all of your acts. You must have a definite aim and carry it out quickly and quietly. You must have orderly habits as far as possible and set times for doing things. Nothing is so beneficial, however, for avoiding confusion of thought of the above type as learning to do all of your actions quickly and quietly. Dress quickly, walk quickly, weed quickly, think quickly, and get through your business quickly. You will find such practice lead to great clearness of thinking and precision in all that you do. Next section. The effect of fatigue on thought control. When you are tired, either by mental or by physical work, you will find it difficult to control your thoughts. It is when you are tired that you often speak without thinking. Again. It is when you are tired that you often, so to speak without thinking. Note, for instance, how cross a child becomes after a tiring walk, and how it will speak to you in a manner bordering on rudeness and impertinence. Just as you should never work a muscle to the point of exhaustion, so should you never study to the point of exhaustion. If you do, you will note how your thoughts will be all poisoned by the toxic element in your blood induced by the fatigue. You will be inclined to devote the study a bore. You will wonder why you took it up. You will think a mastery of it impossible. All mental and physical work pursued to the point of fatigue interferes with your thought control. You must see to it that you never study for long periods unless you have trained yourself to study by carefully graduated periods. For here the law of habit tells with good effect. When you form habits of study within your strength, you diminish the tendency for fatigue, and consequently you can have perfect control over your thoughts. Where your interest in a study is keen, and the habit of study is a gradual growth, you can study for a long time without any symptoms of fatigue. Students are warned, when doing mental work which is strange to them, for instance, a new study, to approach it very gradually. If you can spare an hour to the study, divide it or quarter it, then give it the whole hour to it right away. For nothing is more exhausting than mental work to which we are unaccustomed. The brain is rapidly tired, and thought control is well nigh impossible. In the next video, we will resume the lesson in thought control, continue it with the subsection emotional and sensational factors that hinder thought control. Starting with the paragraph, it is characteristic of emotions and sensations to extend beyond the particular part of the brain affected by them to other parts. It is owing to this fact that the emotional and sensational worlds have such an important bearing on thought control. In this part, I shall therefore touch on the several factors related to the emotional and the sensational worlds that hinder thought control. We'll continue that in the next video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and do so right now. Activate the notification bell feature at the same time to be apprised of our new uploads here at Mindfulness. Remember to like and share this video, and please make note of the donation by PayPal information in the description area of this video immediately below your media player window. I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mindfulness Institute.